India has suspended its most popular sports tournament as cases pass 20 million. The opposition chief has called for a nationwide lockdown. Rebecca Bunnan joins us live for more on this story from India. Rebecca, with no sign of a national lockdown, states are taking matters into their own hands.
Yes, that's right. And there have been these growing calls from doctors, business leaders, also the opposition Congress leader, Rahul Gandhi, to actually impose a nationwide lockdown because we're still seeing this desperate situation on the ground where hospitals are running out of oxygen supplies. People are still struggling to get hospital beds and medicine, despite this slight dip in cases that are being seen in the official figures. Doctors are warning that the cases have yet to peak, and that also numbers could be far higher than are being reported. So states are taking matters into their own hands, and that's what we've seen over the past few weeks, even with Maharashtra, for example, the worst hit state where Mumbai is located. That started to introduce restrictions a few weeks ago, and it gradually tightened them until it was essentially what's a lockdown that's now in place, although it's often not described as a full lockdown by the state government. Delhi also taking similar kinds of action, and Karnataka as well. And now, most recently, the state of Bihar, which is one of India's poorest states, has also introduced lockdown restrictions. Now, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that he doesn't want to impose a nationwide lockdown because of the economic impact. We all saw what happened last year with the economy being battered by India's strict nationwide lockdown, migrant labourers being left out of work. It really hit livelihoods very hard. And that's his reason for not wanting to introduce a national lockdown. But there are really these growing calls that such action is needed, given the situation on the ground here in India as this crisis continues.
And what's the reaction to the IPL finally being suspended?
India is a cricket-mad country, and the IPL is a hugely popular tournament. But there was a lot of controversy over the fact that this even went ahead in the first place because of this situation on the ground, even despite the fact that this was being played for a TV audience. It wasn't being played in front of live spectators, but there was still that controversy around the whole tournament going ahead when India's facing this huge COVID-19 crisis, this massive healthcare crisis, the number of deaths, the number of cases rising. Now, the organisers have been forced to suspend it because players have been infected. There are also staff members that have been infected. And, doctors are saying that this strain of the virus might be more contagious. So there are those worries there. So the IPL has been halted. The organisers saying it hasn't been cancelled, that it will be rescheduled at a later date. But generally, the consensus is that this is a good move given the current situation and the severity of the crisis in India at the moment.
Yep. Many thanks for getting us up to speed. Rebecca Bunnan in Mumbai.